How is it going, guys? Napa here. Today, we're going to be going to Martinsville for another episode of the NASCAR Heat 2 Career Mode. Martinsville is probably my least favorite track in this game, as well as pretty much any other NASCAR game. But this game in particular, it's really bad due to the way the physics kind of handle the short, flat tracks. It's better than it was in Heat Evolution, for sure, but it's still not something that is really that enjoyable to work with. So I guess all we can do is hop into the race and see where we wind up. Really, I'm just gonna shoot for like maybe a top 20 would be nice. But we are locked into the chase after winning at Atlanta in the previous truck race, so it doesn't really matter. So this race could really go... I could not even finish this race, and it wouldn't really matter all that much, but... Alright, let's see. As per usual, gonna take the wedge down quite... Well, maybe not that much. Yeah, take the wedge down a little bit, take the tire pressure down a little bit. That's pretty much what we're gonna do. Steering offset as usual. Alright, let's hop into qualifying, see what we can do. Probably not much. Luckily this truck has a little bit of grip coming out of the corner, so it gets a little sideways, it starts to rotate, but it never really completely loops around. And we're going to qualify dead last, as I figured. Only a tenth behind the guy ahead, but we were about a good second behind the leader, or the pole sitter. So here we go. How many laps racing? We have 26 laps of fuel. So I'm going to imagine about 30 some odd laps of racing. Yep, 32 laps of racing here at Martinsville, 32 laps of chaos, 32 trucks in the field, 32 laps of chaos. So right away we're going to make a move, pick up a couple positions. We got TJ Bell on the high line up there trying to make it work. But we're going to sneak the inside of him as we bump Forrester. Probably going to be making a lot of rivals here at this track because probably going to be giving a lot of people the bumper. Had to get out of the throttle a little bit, started to spin out there coming out. But we're going to get to the inside of Chavis there, which is apparently how you pronounce that last name. Also, in the regards of misspoken names, apparently, the driver, whose last name is Peck, who I think is up ahead actually there, his first name is not Josh, it's Todd. I don't know where I was getting Josh, I don't know why I was thinking Josh. Could be Josh Wise, I know that's a driver as well, I don't think he's in trucks. I don't know where I was getting Josh from, unless there's like another Josh Peck. I don't know. But his name is Todd, so now we can correctly call his name. Oh, you know what? There is another Josh Peck. I think it's that, I think he's an actor. I think. Maybe. I don't know. My memory. But regardless, we almost made the high line work on Spencer Boyd. But unfortunately, Young kind of held us up there. I think if Young had not been there, we probably could have got around Boyd on the high line, but unfortunately, he was there. So we are now up to 23rd with some damage on the hood. That's to be expected. Oh, God. Mills. We're going to spin Mills because he's going to turn down in front of us. He turns down in front of us kind of unexpectedly. Todd Peck up ahead. Now, when the AI decide to pit, things are going to get a little hectic because they're going to start slowing down at like the middle of the backstretch. And when you're in the back of the pack and that happens and everybody starts checking up, it can be hard to avoid. So I don't think I'm going to pit like after everybody else, but I know a few cars are probably going to pit before I do. So we're going to actually see if we can make a highline pass at Martinsville around Todd Peck. And we're almost going to make... Yep, we cleared him. We actually made that work. So now Jennifer Jo Cobb is the next truck ahead as we catch up massively in the entrance to that corner. So we're going to be fighting her for the 20th position. I don't want to try to move on the high line because, unlike with Todd Peck, there is a lot of cars in a straight line here. We're in a gaggle of cars, so if I tried to work the high line, I'd be stuck on the high line, and that's not somewhere you really want to be stuck at Martinsville. So we're in the top 20. We have cracked the top 20. We're going to be pitting in about 16, 17 laps. Martin's putting up a good fight. We can't quite get close enough to get a nose on the inside. Tried to high line there, didn't quite work. I think Martin is going to put up a bit of a fight here. We're going to try the high line. I don't really want to be stuck up here, but there's a bit of a gap behind the cars behind, so if all else fails. Alright, so we're going to get around. Martin's on the outside. Looks like we're also going to get around Snyder. He's going to fight back on the inside coming out of the corner. The 13 truck, Cody Coughlin, he moved really low there on the straightaway. Not sure what that was all about. For a second I thought he had damage or something. Breaking a little loose coming out of the corner. So here's where our momentum kind of drops off a little bit. Now we're getting up into the mid-pack where the cars are a little bit more evenly paced with us. So we're not going to be flying pie cars like we were before, but we are going to dive to the inside of Gilliland. And Travis Kvapil comes down. We're going to spin him around and also almost wreck ourselves, losing a position in the... Okay, so we got 18 laps remaining, 13 laps of fuel. We're going to take 1 can, 2 tires, no repairs. And wow, apparently we only need half a can because we fell way back. Yeah, he kind of just came down on us. I mean, I was kind of on the inside making the pass, and he just dove down. Not really many places for me to go. But once again, we're going to try to make the high line work. We're running out of laps. However, because everybody's still too wide, that's not really doing much for us. We're going to try to get to the inside here if we can. It's going to be a little risky. Oh, as we bump Nemechek, our team owner. I had to throw it in deep if I wanted to try to clear that 42 truck, but unfortunately unable to make it happen as we bump Nemechek again. But at least this time we are clear of the 42 truck as we get a little bit loose. And Martins, once again, is going to turn down on us. Luckily, he did not spin, as the others have. We get the inside of Jennifer Jo Cobb, and then we're going to try not to run into Nemechek. And we're going to maybe dive to the inside. He's going to give us room. We're going to try to crack back into the top 20 with a move to the inside of Chastain. We're throwing it in there, and he gave us the room. Major brake check there. So we're almost back up where we were prior to the caution. Alright, so the next car we're going to try to get around here is Snyder. Moving on the inside. Got Travis Kvapil up ahead. top 15 finish is possible. Maybe even a top 10. Just depends on how fast I can kind of try to get around these guys. We're going to try the high side. Not quite going to work. As the tires become a little bit more worn and the cars ahead get a little bit quicker, the outside just is not going to work. I know we're faster than a Quapple. He's just not opening up the door for us to get around. He's kind of being a roadblock right now. We're going to throw it in, and we're around him. JJ Yaley up ahead now. We may be able to get a nose on him at the end of the straightaway. Oh, but I scuffed away my speed, getting a little loose. We're still going to dive it in there. Using up the tires, using up the equipment, but doing whatever I can just to move forward. So we now broken into the top 15. Gonna dive to the inside of Infinger. He's gonna give us the room. Cody Coughlin now up ahead. We're gonna try to get a nose on him, dive it in there. A little bit of contact, a little bit loose, saved it. So we got Hill up ahead. Oh, as the 13 car makes a move on the inside, he's gonna nudge us. We're going to have to outdrive him into the corner here, outbrake him. Try to get clear of him. As we do. Now we're going to try to get a nose in on Hill here. And we do, but we hit the curb, which could have been disastrous. If that was Heat Evolution and I hit that curb, I would have spun. No doubt about it. So that's going to put us up in P12. Cindric up ahead. Can we catch him with just 3.5 laps of racing to go for a P11 finish? It's a possibility. Not this corner, but the next, I think, is going to be our opportunity. Had to get off the throttle there. And we're going to throw it in deep, and we make it work. A little bit of contact, but it worked. Now he's going to fight back on the high side. We're going to go ahead and try to block that. Protect the bottom lane as well. So we have about 2 laps of racing to go here. Coming to the white flag for 1 lap. Don't think we're going to be able to catch up to Smith in 1 lap for a top 10. Although we did make up a lot of ground there. We'd have to throw it in super deep into 3 and 4, but we may be able to make it work. Here we go. Throwing it in there. Oh, and we're going to bump Smith. We give him the punt, and that's going to put us in the top 10. Not very clean, but I'll take it. With a speed rating of 105, so that's pretty interesting, considering we never really got towards the front. But, yeah, we're just going to continue on. Ryan Truex is going to be your winner for that race. And our payout, which is pointless because there's nothing to spend money on. We are now 10th in points with 1 win. Fastest lap's going to go to me with a 20.2. Most laps led going to Ryan Truex with 33. And on the move is going to be me, starting 32nd, finishing 10th. And tough break's going to be Todd Gilliland, starting 14th, finishing 30th. So we're going to finish this race. We're going to see what we got going on in the next week for the schedule. And we'll end the video off there. Oh, we got a video message from Austin Cindric. These have been oh so cringy.
Some of the guys don't like the way you're driving. You got to clean it up or you're going to make some enemies.
So, yeah, we're making some rivals. We did run into a lot of people. I mean, it's Martinsville. We kind of had to if we were going to make up any progress. But, yeah. We got another hot seat offer for the Xfinity Series, so that's what we're going to be doing next week. Not sure what track yet. Bristol. So we could use your help driving the number 40 car at Bristol this Saturday, get a top 22 finish, and we might consider working with you in the future. So we're going to be racing Xfinity at Bristol next week. So that's going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and look at our rivals, see how angry we made some people. So, Cody Coughlin, neutral. Enfinger, neutral. Corbin Forrester, neutral. Travis Kvapil, neutral. Tommy Joe Martin is neutral. Matt Mills, neutral. Team owner Joe Nemechek, neutral. Todd Peck, neutral. Ben Rhodes, neutral. Regan Smith. Literally, I think the entire field has a little bit of a problem with me because I started in the back, and just about everybody I passed, I either door checked or put the bumper to. And then the guy at the end, I totally just spun him, but I wanted to get that top 10, so. Anyways, that's going to do it. See you next time with the Xfinity race at Bristol.